All right, so been running for 1.5 miles. A little quick mile on the road. Now we're on the river. Pretty flat, a lot of roots. Pretty slippery already, and it's supposed to rain, so I'll have some fun later on. We got the Cherokee River on the right. You should see this is the Cherokee 70K. It's actually about 44 miles. A lot of climbing. And it's close to 100% humidity at 20 after 8 in the morning. So that's me, your host, Charles. So we'll catch you in a bit. All right, maybe 3.6, 3.7 in. Moving pretty quickly. Super nice little trails. The river's now a little farther away to the right. Got some super runnable sections like this. Now we'll go to some more technical rocky up and downs, but moving pretty quickly now. Not feeling great yet. Body kind of hasn't unwound, but that's not uncommon for me. A little bit of sun. Temperature is still, I don't know, reasonable. Maybe I can't say good, but reasonable. It's all in all good. Get to an aid station, a couple miles. Eventually, I guess we'll hit our first big climb. That's it. All right, 5.2. Beginning to do some climbing. You can tell the trail's right on the edge. There's rocks all over. Way down there is where we were a little bit ago. With the water. Pretty decent flow, even though we've had almost no rain. But kind of alternating hiking and running. I'm with a group of people now. One guy's actually from New Jersey, right where we used to be, so that's always entertaining. And earlier I was hanging out with a brand new West Point grad from Brooklyn. So it's a small world out here. But we're still making a good time. First aid station's gotta be close. Didn't really study the paces, but half a mile or so. So we'll check in after that, or if there's anything exciting. But nice running sections like this really help with the pace. So we will see you just a bit. There's me, going with the glasses, sweating my tush off, but it's okay. All right, just completed a super steep climb. Pretty long, maybe 3/4 mile. Kind of grueling, but wasn't technical. It's opened up onto this stuff, flat to downhill, which is also pretty runnable. Not my forte, but not super stressful on the body. Breathing gets under control. I think we're gonna have that for a lot of the rest of the race. Went through the first aid station nice and quick. Nothing earth-shattering in the aid station, just the basics, which is fine. But super remote. Had some people in front of me for a bit. And I passed some of them and some are behind me, but generally just me and my thoughts. Mostly overcast still. Guess I could probably start pouring at any time or not pour at all. But you can see we're this one's getting a little steeper. And it's kind of slippery, so try to move at a decent pace without killing myself. And we make sure we stay in the course. So again, pretty nice so far. Not a lot of views over mountains, but Not a quiet, nice single track.
This is 3 parts of the course. My intent is normally just to go directly in. And for a moment I thought about not.
Come on, you were showing off. You were thinking, who's that sexy, smelly guy? Let me show him my moves.
Oh, well, that's right. You sure enough, right? Sorry, I just skip here, huh?
I sure think so, man.
Well, maybe you should lead the way. I've got my 2 left feet out. Ooh, that looks serious.
All right, 12 and a half in, well past the second aid station. Aid stations here are a little thin, so hopefully my wife is doing okay. But they're definitely not rock star aid stations. That's me. Just moving along. You can see a lot of tight, skinny trail. It's not bad, it's just hard to move fast on. This is kind of my third decent climb. But doing good, ahead of my pace for now. You can see just thick forest off the river for a bit. So I'll check back later. All right, mile 20, creeping up on halfway in. Still doing pretty good. Fair amount ahead of cutoff, which is always the initial goal. Feeling okay. Last few miles have been pretty quick. So 15-minute miles instead of 20, 21. Had some good food at the first aid station with real food. I had a half a cheeseburger and a quesadilla. But it's humid as hell, so got that going. I think I'm doing good drinking. That's me. Sweating my ass off. But that's expected. You can see kind of just in the middle of some dense stuff. So we'll check in. I think we got the big climb coming up. So we'll talk after that. All right. So, haven't talked in a while. Monster climb really slowed me down. Like 3 miles worth, maybe around mile 20. And then smoothed out a little bit. Saw my wife, who was coming the other direction because they start in the other direction. She was looking good, so that's always exciting. And now, long downhill. My ankle is giving me some problems. It does almost every race, but decided not to take any painkillers, so moving pretty quickly, quicker than I need to, and I'm not running so much until it levels off. Aid station coming up in just a little bit. I just went over a marathon, so 26.2. Aid station a little bit, top off our liquids, grab some food. And then there's a short section, and then the longest climb of the day. But I still feeling pretty good, all things considered. This is a bitch of a race, so pretty happy with where I am at the moment. Hopefully I can keep her up later. All right, just went over mile 30. Been on the road the whole time since the last aid station, so almost 3 miles. Nice quiet section. There was a nice man out, had some sodas and some water. He must have known we were coming through. So talk to the locals, always cool. Kind of running a little bit and walking at a good pace, so picking up some time versus cutoffs. The next aid station's about 2.5 miles more, and then we got the worst climb of the race, or maybe the best climb, if you want to say it that way. But I'm doing good. That's me still. I had a shot of Fireball at the last aid station, and that wasn't quite enough, so I had a can of Budweiser too. Normally I don't do both, but it's the road, so It's all cool. Take some of the pain away. So yeah, all good. I'll check in probably a couple more times, and then it's going to be dark, and then I'm going to sprint on to the finish and catch you there. So thank you. All right, I just finished one of the hardest climbs I've ever done. Between the heat and humidity, the elevation gain, and the distance. It was supposed to be 2.5 miles straight up, and it was 3 1/4. But I'm here. I'm gonna sit for 3, take a pee, and mosey back down the hill. So thanks for sticking with me. Bye. All right. Now you can't see anything, but I'm in the home stretch. Actually feeling good. Doing a fair amount of running still. Got this pretty well groomed dirt road, maybe mile and a half, and then a regular road through town. And the only challenge with that is making sure some dumbass doesn't kill me. But it doesn't sound so hard. So should be all good. Guessing I'll finish maybe 10:30. So that's an hour and a half ahead of the original cutoff. And I had heard they were going to bump it back a little bit because, of course, it's 2 miles longer, which if you're towards the back, 2 miles on a trail is a real number. So if I remember, I'll turn it on as I sprint to the finish line or walk. If not, I won't. That's simple. Bye. So, it's 3 extra miles in town.